Have you heard of a self-driving car? That is, a car running in a traffic without any human driver? Or have you seen a locked door opened by an image taken of your face? Even if you haven't experienced these things yet, you must have heard about them. Have you ever thought that what's so special about this? That they need special consideration? If the same tasks were done by a human, you wouldn't even blink an eye. But since instead of a human, they are essentially being done by a machine, you are being interested and amazed. This is where you meet AI. Let's start a bit back. Humans have brain to process information. You receive information or data through your sensory organs, eyes, ears, skin, etc. Your brain consumes all this information, process it, makes a decision, and then respond. Mostly, you observe the response through different muscles. In our previous example of driving a car, you see and hear what's happening around you. And based on that, your brain processes the incoming data and makes decisions. When to press accelerator, when to brake, when to steer left, or even whether any of these actions are necessary or not. When your brain arrives at a certain decision, it enacts that through different muscles of your hands and legs. Usually, the whole process happens so quickly that we think very less of it and take it for granted. Okay, now that's settled. But this process that I'm talking about, this happens for every action. So what's the big deal? The thing is, humans are intelligent, or we like to call ourselves intelligent because we can learn. While executing one action, we learn based on the outcome of that action. And why do we need to learn at all? Because our environment is always changing, and thus the information or data would change as well. If we do not learn from a particular action, it would be like a clean slate every time. We will be repeating our mistakes over and over again. And also, we would not be able to improve over any of our actions output. So at the end of the day, we would not be acquiring any new skills at all. So, what exactly is learning then? It is the capability to recognize the pattern between an action and its corresponding output and retain or store that pattern and later use it for a different action or an event. Let's give one small example before we move on. While walking, you saw a nail in front of you. You stepped on it. You feel a stab of pain. You remove your leg immediately. Now, if we break down this whole event a little bit, the initial information you got was just the visual of the nail in front of you. Not knowing anything better, the action you took was to step on it. The output of that action? You felt pain. By processing this whole information, brain takes an immediate decision to remove your leg from the spot and execute that through muscle contraction and expansion. Now, we usually learn from an experience like this. Our brain tries to recognize the pattern between the action and its output, and thus it can infer that okay, nail-like objects or sharp objects can result in pain. So next time you see a nail in front of you, and it might not be even necessarily the same one or the same with same size or same color, but since you have learnt your lesson, you would avoid stepping on it. Now that we understand what learning is all about, we understand an extension about an intelligent system. So what exactly is an intelligent system? It is a system that is capable of learning, exactly like us humans. Understanding intelligence can take us a long way. Now, it's a small jump towards artificial intelligence or AI. Usually anything non-biological or not explicitly found in nature, we call it artificial, usually to refer things that have been made by us. So now if we can impart the learning capability and the decision making capability into these man-made systems or machines, then voila, we have made our artificial intelligence. Excitingly, this AI thing that I discussed and explained, this has been going on for a long time, starting way back by Alan Turing. We might discuss his ideas on AI on some future video. Let me know if you are interested to know about that. So, just a quick recap on what we discussed today. We discussed on a high level what happens in our brain while we do something or take an action. We discussed what is learning and why do we need to learn through an example. We discussed what is an intelligent system and how to arrive to AI or artificial intelligence from that. Hopefully you have understood what AI is all about from a biological perspective. In a later video, I will discuss about AI from a mathematical point of view. So please like, share and subscribe if you are interested in similar videos. And until next time, stay safe, keep learning.